Hi, welcome back. Welcome to Recovery Yoga with Lisa. We're now going to move through a process, an exercise called clearing denial. And I want you to think of clearing denial like an acronym as a didn't even notice I am lying. So didn't even notice I am lying. So let's chunk up denial into two categories. So let's go category one. And I want you to think of this is stuff that you know that you need to look at. These are the things that we know are there that we don't want to look at them. We just don't want to have anything to do with it and we're not going to look. Okay. That's one denial bucket. And then the other one is, I don't even know that this stuff exists. It's outside of my conscious awareness. So I don't even know that I'm not looking at it. That would be another bucket of denial. So didn't even notice I am lying. And of course, this is I am lying to myself. And I want you to reframe lying, right? Because as we start to really discover what kind of brings us deeper and deeper into our codependency and why we struggle communicating, and the inner critic is piping off and so loud. We don't know how to ground ourselves, how to have that conversation with someone, how to set a boundary, and all those things. A lot of that comes from not being in a space where we're grounded, where we feel safe, and the energy isn't clear. So clearing denial is a great way to not only ground the energy, but promote that rest and digest, that parasympathetic nervous response where you're back in your body. And how amazing is that, right? Because it's so easy to not want to be in the body. So it really is a practice to get in the body, be in the body, stay in the body, and then practice knowing that we're safe there. So this is a great place to begin. I recommend clearing denial every day. Sometimes I do it several times, and I do it several times because I do it with all of my clients. So this is clearing denial on 7 layers. So it's a little bit of an affirmation practice, a little bit of a breath work practice, a little bit of an acupressure practice. Super easy. It's going to be the easiest thing that you've done all day. So, all right, let's begin. You're sitting tall. Maybe you're sitting in a chair. Maybe you're sitting up on a block, blanket, or bolster, whatever feels good. And I just want you to take 2 fingers. I want you to find your collarbone, okay? And I want you to come underneath a couple inches. And there's usually kind of a soft spot here. It might feel a little sore. You're not pressing hard and you're not going to rub hard. It's just gentle circular motions. And this is a super easy thing to do. As we do this, we're just going to take 3 breaths and you're just going to keep your eyes open. And it's important to keep the eyes open. So I'm going to remind you through the whole thing. So 3 breaths, eyes open. And this is, I know my truth. I'm aware that there's a truth inside of me. I know that I have truth and it's there for me to be present with and tap into. I know my truth. 3 breaths, eyes open. And if you're doing this with me multiple times, because this video will be available to you, maybe I'm going too slowly. You can always move a little bit more quickly if you'd like. All right. So right hand, 2 fingers. I want you to find the mastoid bone. This is the bone behind the ear here, but come underneath to a soft spot. And then the other 2 fingers on your belly button. No more rubbing necessary, just pressing gently and just on that space. And this is, I speak my truth. I'm willing to talk about it. 3 breaths, eyes open. I know and trust that I have a truth and it's worth being expressed and talked about. I'm willing to speak my truth. 3 breaths, eyes open. You can breathe into your whole body. This is a very gentle process and I love it. To me, it's quite magical, very grounding, gets me back in my body every single time. I speak my truth. And then we're just going to switch. So other 2 fingers, bone underneath, and then other 2 fingers on the belly button, 3 breaths, eyes open. This one is, I hear my truth. 3 breaths. So I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to be guided through the process by Lisa today, right? Like just you and me sitting here. I hear my truth. And this may be as simple as you have truth. Like it's there. It's there for you to be present with, to tap into. And just, I'm willing to listen. I'm open to listening. I'm open to hearing my truth. For some of us, this is a big, big deal, right? Like just connecting back to that truth of who we are. Now it's going to get a little weird. You're going to take your left thumb or right thumb, it doesn't really matter. You're going to place your thumb on your mind's eye, and you're going to turn your head for comfort, and then place the 4 fingers on top. There are little acupressure points up here. Go as far back as you can, but only with comfort. And then 3 breaths, eyes open, and this is, I feel my truth. Long, easy breaths. Breathe down into your belly, breathe into your hips, breathe down into your feet. I feel my truth. I know that there's a truth inside of me, and I'm open and willing, and I'm strong enough to feel it. As you move through the process, you might notice some people yawn, swallowing. That's a great sign that your nervous system is starting to relax and ground and rest. Relax your shoulders, and we're just going to easily switch. So these 2 fingers come to the belly button, the other thumb comes to the mind's eye. Turn your head for comfort, 4 fingers on top. And this one is, I see my truth. And I'm open to seeing my truth. I'm open to connecting to seeing my truth, and also that there's an inner wisdom and an inner knowing about myself, me, who I am. Oh, and just, it's safe for me to see my truth. 3 breaths, eyes open. And when that feels complete, you're just going to put 2 fingers on top of the head in line with the ear, and the other fingers stay on the belly button. And this one is, I accept my truth. 3 breaths, eyes open. I'm open to accepting my truth. I have a really beautiful truth inside of me, and I'm open to accepting that. I'm also open to knowing that maybe there's an old truth that I've been believing, one from when I was little, that I'm just open to accepting that. And I'm open to discovering whether or not that's actually serving me today. And then you're going to switch. And this is one of my favorites. This one is, I change my truth. So this is, I'm aware that there's an old truth that I might have been believing, that I adopted, that I was doctrinated into when I was little. And then I just believed because I didn't know any better. And I'm willing to know that there's an old truth that's I have been living and believing and playing out in my life. And I am willing to let it go. And I'm open and willing to let a new truth flow in. I change my truth. 3 breaths, eyes open. So easy, so beautiful. Just breathe into your whole body. And then after those 3 breaths, I just want you to rest. Breathing in and out. And that is it. That is clearing denial on 7 layers. Do it every day. Do it in the morning. Do it at night. Whenever you're feeling out of your body, whenever you're feeling frustrated, triggered, come back to this practice. Breathe. Keep the eyes open as much as you can, and then just trust. All right. I love you so much. Thank you for joining me. I'll be back soon.